You talk about how they, early in the game, it seemed like they had both your guards out of sync offensively, and Allen never really did find any kind of rhythm.
Well, they did a good job defensively. They came in and they faced Allen. We're going to try to deny everything, all the screens that we run and so forth, which, is smart. There's some things we can counter that we didn't do a real good job to counter him off the backside. We didn't do a real good job of actually getting other people involved, which is what we needed to do. We've kind of got to get over the idea that he's the only guy that can score. We've got to find other people. We ran something to start second half where we knew that if we set screens with Allen that they weren't going to help, and that the guy that was open, we didn't even pass it to him because we wanted to look for Allen. So we've got to get other people involved. We've got to establish a low post game. I thought that Ty came in and did a really nice job, but we're going to have to just play the game and not play the play that says we're trying to get this shot. If we don't get it, there's things that we're supposed to be able to do out of that. We're just not doing that right now.
You spoke highly of Doug McDermott.
Is that right?
And did that change anything, or your impression of his game tonight? Anything?
No, it's he's pretty consistent he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He doesn't miss a lot of shots. It was a hard matchup, and we knew it was going to be a hard matchup, which is probably why we went with Krecklow more minutes than we would have anticipated, because McDermott was a hard matchup for any of our bigs. And then when they put Raggy in, even though he was 0 for 6, Raggy's a really good shooter as well. So you kind of had a tough matchup situation, and we went small thinking that we would try to negate that a little bit so that we weren't trying to guard McDermott with a 4-man. It was a problem. He stepped off. They do a lot of things with flare screens and doubles away and things, and it's just not what our big people are used to doing in terms of defending. We knew that was going to be a problem. He makes free throws. He makes threes. He's a good player. We had a bunch of guys foul out. I thought, probably they protected him a little bit early on and maybe balanced out a little bit later on, but he's a really good player.
How was Krecklow? Was it a surprise that he was able to play? Or?
Well, I had not anticipated him playing. He practiced on Thursday. He'd gone to another doctor of ours, and the guy, did an ultrasound and identified what it was that was wrong. Felt like that there wasn't much that could happen bad. It might not heal as fast, but the thing might not heal for 4 more weeks in terms of there being pain, so that there wasn't a major risk of doing any damage. So a little bit like with a sprained ankle, his dad was pushing a little bit. His dad wanted to see him out there. We had anticipated a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, but I thought that probably the way the game was being played and the way that the matchups, that he was the best option. And he does make a difference for us in terms of just creating activity and being physical and getting after it.
Is Justin okay?
I think so. Well, that's going these days. I mean, they wouldn't allow us to put him back in, so that was the end of that. I mean, doesn't mean there's anything wrong, but if you hit your head, I mean, you're going to go through all the tests.
Mike, you're done with a 3-game stretch against the best teams you're going to play before the conference. You were pretty competitive most of the last 2. What do you take out of these games?
We're not good enough yet. I mean, these are good teams, and I told the team I want to know what it is we can do better. What can I do better to help you? I mean, I thought once they got involved, they were competing. There were times when we couldn't get the ball because we weren't big enough or quick enough or whatever it is to go get a rebound. yet we out-rebound them by 15. I mean, if you look at it statistically, other than the fact we just didn't shoot the ball, there were really no glaring errors. 8 turnovers for the game, and some of those we shouldn't have made. You know, we out-rebound them 15. We didn't shoot it very well. You've got to give Creighton credit for that, but I think then you have to then look back at yourself and say, okay, how are we going to get better shots? How are we going to get higher percentage shots? What do we need to do? Free throws an issue again. You know, we shot a lot of free throws in the last week or so, and everybody's reporting big numbers, but obviously not translating to the games.